Two of the rarest Kenny Drew reissues for men's only. I love the jackets, for those two albums. Hi, this is Takashina from Jazz Blues Japan. Yeah, today I just want to share with you a couple of albums for Kenny Drew. Of course, the reissues. But these two titles are really, really rare, Actually, this is my first time to obtain them. But here in Japan, those are the two albums of Kenny Drew which were really, really, sought out and how to find on the market right now, even here in Japan. Yes, I'll show you the titles and the albums. Yes, these are the albums. Yeah. As I said at the beginning, this is for men's only. If you look at the jackets, I love the jackets actually. Beautiful women, half naked. What about that? Yeah, as a man, there is no man who can resist that. But some people say that it's a cheap concept using that kind of picture on the jacket design. But it's good, Yeah, I love them, really, really. And I'll show you and I explain to you one by one, okay? And the first one, this one, Kenny Drew. I love Jerome Kern. So Kenny Drew, I think loved the songs and the titles composed, by the Jerome Kern, and he just released this one on Riverside label in the 50s. And what I am amazed at this album is that, of course, as I said, as a man, this jacket design, I love it very much. That's one thing. And another thing is that, this is a kind of duo album. Of course, Kenny Drew on piano and Will Ware on bass. Yeah, that's duo album. Not trio, not solo. Yeah, of course, Kenny Drew recorded many great, piano trio albums on Riverside and and other labels, as you know, right? But not the piano duo. I think it's very rare. I think on the steeplechase or something, he recorded one album. That's what I can recall. But rare. And as you know, Wilbur Ware is one of the greatest bassists in jazz. And what a match. I was just blown away by these sessions. Really beautiful, beautiful. And Wilbur Ware sometimes plays his bass a little bit subtle, maybe with a distance from the piano sound. But sometimes he comes a little bit to the front. So that kind of approach and the relationship between the two, I think I love it. Really, really great. And this is the one album, the first album. And this is a reissue, as I said, by the Victor Music Japan SMJ series. Yes, although it doesn't have the LB. As you know, I already talked about SMJ of Victor Music Japan in the 70s. The pressing quality, sound quality, really, really good, superb. Yeah, fantastic. And as I said, it's very, very difficult for you to find even this SMJ of this title here in Japan too. Very difficult. And the second album is this. Yeah, again, beautiful women, like half naked, very, sexy jacket. But, this one is not on the Riverside. It is on the Hudson label. But Hudson label is a kind of sister label of the Riverside, which not many jazz collectors know about this Hudson, Hudson, yes. And this is not the reissue by the Victor Music Japan, in the 70s or 80s, but in the early 90s. The company which reissued this great album is called Wave Japan. I don't know. I already talked about Wave Japan, sometime back in the last year, I think. Yeah, Wave Japan is in the past tense. There is no wave right now, but Wave Japan was one of the biggest record shops in Japan, in Tokyo, in Roppongi. They had the headquarters and the shop in Roppongi. The years back, in the 80s and up to I think 90s. And as I was a university student, I used to go there, from time to time to check the jazz records and some other records or CDs. Yeah, and yeah, they also produced and reissued many jazz records like this one. But this title and this reissue is very rare. They used a serial called WWLJ, but they didn't put that WWLJ, their serial, on the jacket and the sleeve or on the label, which I love really. So if you look at the the sleeve itself, the front and the back, it looks like original really, and they use the thick, high quality paper for the sleeve, and also the the vinyl quality is very good. And let me tell you, the pressing and the cutting were done by the Toyokase, legendary Toyokase. Yes, that's why the quality for the vinyl and also the sound, fantastic, really good. And what I love about this reissue is that this one, and let me show you. Yeah, of course, the jacket design, as I said, and sound quality, pressing quality, yes. But this one also is very interesting. This is a liner note that they put. I don't know whether you can see it clearly. Yeah, they put the cartoon. Cartoon. Yes, this is the cartoon that Kenny Drew story. A kind of short Kenny Drew story. And the situation where the story goes in this cartoon is that there is a local jazz record shop somewhere in Japan, and they the owner and one of the customers were talking about the King Drew, and one strange woman came in, and she started she started to jump in the conversation that the owner and the other customer had, and the women, not a man, and she started talking about this album, a Harold Arlen showcase. Yes, I'm sorry that I didn't mention about the title of this album. Yeah, this is the Harold Arlen Showcase. That's the title of the album on Hudson label. And so she started talking about this album. Yes, and how it is great, and the Hudson is a very minor label, but this particular album is great, or something like that. Yeah, that's the cartoon story in here. Yeah, on the the cartoon story, although it is in Japanese, of course, which I think is very interesting. I never seen the liner note like this, put in the cartoon. A very interesting approach, right? I love that too. Anyway, these are the two albums of Kenny Drew, and the reissues of Kenny Drew albums, which I think are really hard for you to find on the market. Really, as I said, this is my first time. This one, I love Jerome Kern on Riverside, and this is a reissue by the Big Time in Japan SMJ series. And the second one, this one, yeah, Harold Arlen showcase on the Hudson label, you know, reissued by the Wave Japan. Yeah, really, really rare and a great album. And also, I didn't mention about this one too. The sessions present here in a Harold Arlen showcase is the same, you know. I think, you know, they recorded at the same time, almost at the same time as the this I Love Jerome Kern album on Riverside, because the session members are the same. You know, Kenny Drew, of course, on the piano, and Wilbur Ware on bass. So this is another duo album of Kenny Drew, you know, piano and the bass, and the same as the, you know, I Love Jerome Kern. The sessions present here, of course, you know, Harold Arlen titles are very, very popular, you know, great songs, titles, and Kenny Drew and the Wilbur Ware play well, you know. What a match, you know, what an album, you know, a great album. So in case you don't know them, you know, these two titles, I think it's better for you to dig those. Beautiful album and a great sessions in the 50s by Kenny Drew and the Wilbur Ware. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you like it. And lastly, I always keep praying, wishing you guys, family members, co-workers, everybody to be safe in this unusual situation. Please continue staying safe, and God bless you. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next time.